Well, while I've got a minute, well, actually I have a lot of them these days, and everybody's over in the office scrapping or pulling files to be shredded, I should say. Let's take a look. These are the second batch of files that we are having shredded. Actually, it's a second batch of boxed records that we're having shredded. It's going to be like 50 something pallets of shred. And then there's all the other loose files that got shredded, and it's just been tons and tons and tons of that stuff. And I've done a bunch of it, and so has everybody else. But they pulled down the records that have to be kept, as well as the ones that are getting shredded. Here's the old area, the old hold area behind packaging. Some empty pallets. He used to keep packaging materials there. Empty racks. Finally got the cage empty. It took closing down to do that, unfortunately. More stuff. I guess Craig's gone through all of it, and he's figured out what has to be shredded and what has to be kept for a little while longer. But yeah, except for that bunch of shelf parts there and pallet rack parts down there, it's all empty. Empty. We have to pull all these stupid signs off. A lot of good they did. Of course, you always know that when you close a place like this, you did a whole bunch of work and kept a whole bunch of records, basically for nothing. And of course, I was aware of that for many years now. But you know, you got to ride the bear if you want to make a paycheck. But boy, I threw away a bunch of files. But I never kept more than I could easily handle in my office or in a couple of columns upstairs. And pretty much most of it gets shredded. There's some calibration files I have to keep, or they have to keep, or they're going to keep in Iron Mountain, wherever the hell they end up. But it's just going to be, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 file boxes, full-length file boxes. Everything else got shredded, or is getting shredded, because I did some more today. A whole bunch more pallets. And I put together dozens and dozens of those fiberglass pallets back in 1980. And now they're going to get thrown away, I guess. I don't think they recycle them. I don't know what happens to those. Anyway, I like being able to look through these bins and see the other side of the warehouse. See, all those files upstairs have to be stored, and all of these files downstairs, which is, it's all receivers, manufacturer certs, that kind of thing. Chem and Fizz, whatnot. So we estimate it'll be about 800 full-length file boxes. And we're going to have Iron Mountain store those. They have to be stored for, well, until Wincor's tired of storing them, I guess. And that's some more scrap. We've scrapped pallets and pallets and pallets and pallets of stuff, and plus big scrap bins that the guy brought in. We filled those a couple times. Most of this stuff's getting broken down eventually. Some crew's going to come in here and just empty out this building. I don't know if I'll be here for that. It's going to be one hell of a racket, though, that's for damn sure. Because I also assembled a whole bunch of these bins, pretty much that whole hold area back there that I started out with. Me and a couple of other guys built that whole thing. And it's quite a racket to use a hammer and beat all this steel together. But they've been really loud out here anyway, pushing pallets around and tearing things apart like crates. And these were the last of the original wooden bins. This bin here, it's the last one from the original building, 716 Avenue H East. And they're pulling it apart today. And these things were not made to come apart. They are extremely hard to get apart. And there's a lot of nails. Just think, some bunch of schmucks had to put these things together. And I mean, we had, well, the warehouse was half this size, maybe less than half, but it was pretty full of these. So some guys had to make those things way back in the day. I'm sure they're all dead by now. Anyway, there you go. That's your update. Bye.